Video going viral of another frightening attack targeting an Asian American. This one happening today in San Francisco. A woman simply standing next to a lamppost with her small shopping cart when a man walked up and started hitting her in the face. She's 70 years old. She suffered a bruised face and a swollen eye. You see the blood on her face, but she fought back. She fought back with a stick she carries for protection, and it was her attacker who ended up being taken to the hospital, handcuffed to a stretcher. Eyewitnesses had to pull her away to stop the beating she was giving him with that stick. This is just the latest in a disturbing series of attacks targeting Asians in the Bay Area and across the United States. A show of unity here in Southern California tonight against those attacks on Asian Americans. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell live in Garden Grove, where a crowd gathered to condemn the violence and call for peace. Amy.
And Mark, community members are particularly upset that so many women have been the victims of these attacks, and they promise to keep fighting for change. In the Little Saigon area of Garden Grove, a city with a large Asian American community, the deadly shooting in Georgia is raising concerns about safety.
That could have been our sisters, our aunts, our mothers, our cousins, anybody. All these attacks is going on is getting out of hand.
The gunman targeting 3 spas in the Atlanta area, killing 8 people, 6 of the victims women of Asian descent.
You cannot hunt women down and drive 40 miles and target them and not call it a hate crime.
Dozens of community members gathering in a park for a vigil, speaking out about the surge in anti-Asian hatred and violence.
I think of a lot of elderly folks who are walking around and they don't have grandkids near them. They don't have their kids near them. And to protect them.
These days, even when I go out, I don't make eye contact. I just don't, because I don't want to provoke anybody, especially knowing the anti-Asian hate crimes going on.
Linda Nguyen sharing a story of a racially motivated encounter she had while shopping.
I was in line to do an order pickup, and behind me there was a couple that coughed and said, "Stay away from her, she has coronavirus," and they laughed. And in nearly 40 years living here, I've never experienced something like that in a public setting.
Speakers at the event calling for unity and raising a banner with the message, "Stop Asian Hate."
It just makes me realize how much more of a role that I have, that I need to take to continue the battle for equality.
Leaders of racially and culturally diverse groups also speaking out today in support of the Asian American community.